So it's been a couple of days and I let them get good and dry. And I'm glad I left pieces of the inside, the middle layer, hanging out. And I'm so glad I did that because I'd have, unless I went back and, I didn't tape it all. I was going to say unless I went back and watched the video, but I didn't tape all of it. So I wouldn't have any idea what's in the middle and what worked and what didn't. Anyway, so this one looks to be the color catcher. Put one piece in the middle and cut up the rest and put them on the sides. Again, I wish you could hear this and feel it. It just feels terrific. I was thinking this particular one would make a nice cover. I like the rings. Do this. Focus on one thing at a time. Just a coffee dyed paper in the center, but it's good and hardy. I mean, it's flexible but good and hardy. This would make an excellent cover. Here's the ugly one. I used that thin piece of foam that was crimped, and you can really see. So I didn't make this anymore. I didn't put any more marks on this like I thought I was going to. And I don't know that I need to with that really cool pattern in it. Again, all of them would probably work very well for covers. Not very well for journaling pages. Although this side's not too bad. Still don't know if you want to write on it. Super fun. And this one is new dryer sheets in the center. And I was a little concerned that the dryer sheet wouldn't take the glue. I know that it wouldn't, but except where I missed gluing, it's pretty solid. I'm comfortable with that. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. As I said earlier, when we were working on these, I expected, because I couldn't really see what I was gluing, I half expected that this would happen, that there would be some lifting, and all I'm going to do is take my art glitter glue and get it down into that crack and spread it around and mush it out to the edges, and then I don't have any loose edges anymore. It's a pretty easy fix. And then it's really not too bad. I expected. Now this one I'm lifting quite a bit as I get my glue down in there. That's alright. Better to know now. And then when it's in a book, this will give it time to dry. When I was making these, I was kind of hoping that because I was using dryer sheets, the pages would smell so nice too. They don't. They smell like Mod Podge, which is not a bad smell. I quite like the smell of Mod Podge. But I thought, given how long they'd been in that basket now this one has a almost perfect border on it, and I just got glue all over this. I put way too much in that little pocket I was trying to. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and, just because I can, create as you go. Make up the rules as you go along. I wasn't planning on doing this. I was just going to show and tell, but bring that glue out to the side. And use Pam's technique of using it to fold it on itself. because then you get that nice straight edge. This one's not nearly as neat. But I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, she always folds her corners in first. Gotta pay attention to how this stuff works. So she folds the corners in. Then folds it on itself. Oh, caught that just in the nick of time. The corner's already folded in. And that corner. And this corner. I love this paper. This was in the St. Vinny's haul. It's got that, it's like a pencil drawn bow and tie. It's so cute. So because you can see there's more dryer sheet than paper, than tissue, I'm going to just cut that excess dryer sheet off. I leave a little bit sticking out, again, just for posterity, so I know, so I remember what is in there. Get the glue right out to those edges. Use the thing to fold it on itself. Nice, clean fold. I don't know about you, but like almost every project under the sun, you know, when you think it's a good idea to remodel the bathroom, sure, let's start it this Saturday. We could have it done by Sunday. Stuff just takes way more time than you ever think it's going to. This took a lot of time. I think I worked on an hour one night. If you include cleaning up the paint mess that I spilled. And then most of a Saturday morning, plus your drying time. There's, you know, a lot goes into it. Okay, so that didn't work nearly as well as the rest. We fix it. There, all is right with the world. Come on. Come on, inch down there. It's right. It's a craft. It's imperfect, but looky there. Oh, it's got that fun little border. Again, whether a page or a cover, that is so cool. It's so cool. And again, has such a nice feel to it. This one was just tissue paper. Plain Jane tissue paper in between coffee dyed and avocado dyed paper. No great shakes except for the feel of it. It's amazing. This is probably going to end up being my favorite. I love, love, love the colors. This has tissue paper over the colored cheesecloth. Lots and lots of texture. Lots of noise. Just on plain white paper. Yeah, I can see that being a cover too. Now this extra stuff, I could glue it down like I just did with the tissue. I could fold it back and glue it on itself with an extra little layer of Mod Podge in that corner. I could just cut it off. Lots of options. neaten up these edges if you wanted to, but you know, that's pretty cool having that stick out a little bit. So I don't know. This was that not Easter grass, paper grass, this stuff. The red ones are just single sheets, but the white ones are 3 sheets, so you had to separate them all. So this took bloody forever. But again, I'll probably trim them off a little bit. I don't think I'll keep them quite that long, but I like the sticky outies. I will tear off, trim off, whatever, the tissue, because that I don't find nearly as appealing as I do the sticky outies. But and I was surprised, the glitter did tone down a little bit with the coat of Mod Podge, but there's still a little shine to it, which is good. This one turned out pretty neat. I like the colors. I like the brightness of it. But because the Mod Podge is so wet, the black was the archival permanent waterproof, so that did not move. But as expected, the non-waterproof inks did move, because this napkin, it started out very crisp. You know, nice crisp leaves, and now they look like that. Very blurry, but that's all right. I knew it was going to happen. So it's fine and dandy. This is the I'm gonna say used dryer sheet, question mark. I don't know, with the fun paper on the other side. Messy Marvin. But such a fun addition. Oops, I have it upside down. How do I know I have it upside down? Because the writing is upside down. Fun. This is also a dryer sheet. Apparently I had a lot of dryer sheets. This one is used dryer sheet. The first couple were super hardy, and this is a little more flexible. It has, oh, but this one I can smell. Oh yeah, when I closed it like that, I got a nice big whiff of fresh, clean laundry. So again, I might just leave these fringes and that exposed dryer sheet because it smells so lovely. Muddied up, that's okay. Just know that going in. What is in this one? This is the paper fringe. And I kind of thought you'd be able to see some of the fringe in the texture, and barely. I don't know if that's going to come up on camera or not, but you can see, just barely see that there's fringe under there. Again, way more flexible than the ones with full pieces of something in between, because remember, these are just little strips of fringe here and there, so it's got a lot more flexibility and give. This is the one with the cotton in it, and I only know because I'm pulling bits of cotton out of it. really you can just see lumps. There's a lump right here of cotton, a lump right here of cotton. So I don't know that I would do cotton again. It feels just like the other ones as far as weight and flexibility and whatnot. That Holtz ink, this is Vintage Photo Distress Oxide. Not only did it bleed, but it went through the cotton, through the paper, to the other side. That's some serious bleedage. I think that's called a hemorrhage. I'm not sure. But it bled considerably. Pretty. I think I'll cut it in half so that there's two. I like this one by itself, and I like that one by itself. So again, I'll cut it and cross my fingers that where the cotton is, it'll stick together. If not, I'll just re-glue it. And then finally, this one with the cheesecloth underneath it. This one, I bunched it up on purpose. But there is a lot of texture. A lot of texture. This one, I think, having it close up like this, I think what I'm going to do is cut it. Well, since we're playing, let's just cut it together and we'll see how it goes. I want to make a small journal cover out of this one. So it's kind of a rash decision. Do I want some of the white or I'll just... I think I just want the color, so I'm going to just cut it and we'll see how it goes. I wouldn't cut the ones up, as I said before, I would not cut the ones up with small pieces in it, like the Fringe or the paper grass. Because I think they would be certainly weak and they would come apart at those places, I think. But this one has a whole sheet of, it's all cheesecloth, one big piece, so it should stay together. Oh. So box cutter on napkin, not terribly ideal. I'm gonna have to cut the cheesecloth with scissors, the unglued cheesecloth. There. Well, that turned out pretty well. Nice clean cut. That turned out pretty cool. What a fun little something or other. I see it as a flip up for some reason. I don't know, but I like it. I like it a lot. I like all the layers and the stamps. I even like the little flaps if I decide to keep them. What fun. Well, this has been certainly an adventure. These other sides are pretty cool too. And lots to play with there, collaging, and there, that's fun too. Just This has been quite the adventure, I will say. Holy smokes, hours and hours and hours into it. We watch these videos like home improvement projects. You know, what we don't see is all the behind the scenes stuff. What we don't see is they have a team of 1,000 people helping them, and we're going to try and KonMari our whole house this weekend. You know, this took a lot of time. So just know that going in. But I had a really good time doing it. And I have all these fantastic things now to play with. I think that's my favorite. This is probably my second favorite just because I like that. But I like them all. I just really like them all. I like the hardiness of them and the feel. Totally worth a weekend. I hope that you try this. Like I said, go check out Robin's video and her series, her Jelly Junkum Dory 52 weeks of fun stuff, and enjoy the process. The projects are just the cherry on top. Thank you so much for your patience with this one. This was a long, way longer than I expected. Maybe that's why I don't do the long craft with me kind of things. You have a lovely crafty day. Go play with your toys. Go love up your beastlies. And I'll see you here again soon. I'll take you the link. Out for now.